Let's go. Here we go now. Batman scoop on the mic. Mixing the mix on the wheels of steel. This is what I was fucking born to do. Let's go.
Yo! Yum. Yummy.
1, 2.
Very tasty. How you doing? What's up? Paul X19, J Ibrev, Bug Screw Electrics.
From the top, let's go.
What's good?
One, two. One, two.
Move this here. What's going on? What is going on? Good to see you. Big news today. My God. I love when there's big news because I have to redo my Marketing Monday. Day of. Hey, so listen up. I've been feeling a little sick. I got a bit of a cough. That fucking game where I did all the voices totally ruined my voice, plus the cough, plus ratio. So I'm trying to eat this soup that Ari made for me very kindly. Get my voice back. Did you buy Twitter? No. No, I didn't buy Twitter, but it's still, you know, someone did. Why not? It's like, I don't buy cheap shit. You know what I'm saying? That's broke talk. That's good. That's good. Rematch? Nice try. Yeah, so last night when I was working on Marketing Monday. I was working on the Netflix one, actually, which we're going to have to do a different time. I was bored because I just was like mashing my head against the keyboard. Hey, Max didn't think of the 5 gifted. And so I opened up Twitch to see who was live. And I went into Evan Gao's stream. And I just challenged him to rock, paper, scissors. Actually, if you have a clip. Anyway, Evan Gao, I guess, was in my fucking walls because he guessed everything I was going to fucking pick. And he beat me. All right, I don't know how he fucking cheated because I never lose rock, paper, scissors. But he beat me. All right, so then I was like, all right, fuck it. So I went over to Expectacore's stream and I challenged him, rock, paper, scissors. And he got lucky. Barely edged me out, 3-2. And I was feeling pretty shitty because then I lost 2 in a row. I lost to fucking Evan Gao, and then I lost to a Spectacore. And I was like, damn, this fucking game's all rigged and horseshit and luck. And then I was like, fine, last chance. I'll go to Houdat's stream. So I went to Houdat's stream. I made him pause his copyrighted movie that he was watching. Like the third one he was watching that day. And I said, let's play RPS. And he opens rock. I open paper. And I'm like, I bet Houdat will pick rock again. So I go paper. He goes rock. And then on stream he goes, I'm going to go rock again. So I pick paper. And I 3-0'd him. And I felt good, finally, for once. Thank God for Houdat and his all-rock strategy. And then he goes, rematch. Rematch for $10. By the way, you have to pay out. Pay out right now, Houdat. Pay out right now or you're racist against white people. Oh, how's that feel? Okay? You are racist against white people, a discriminated group. If you don't, you paid out already? All right, you should pay out again because I want reparations for having to play your terrible strategy. Anyway, I need a rematch. And in the rematch, he also goes rock every time. We rematched, and I went paper. He went rock, and we did it again. We did it again. He lost again. And I think if I rematched him right now, he'd probably go rock again. True alpha Houdat. Yeah, it was pretty impressive, his dedication. Man, this is a good soup. My goodness. It's conditioning. He did try to fucking switch up the scissors in there. He did fucking mix in the scissors at one point. Wait, you only give out... Oh, you give out once. Okay, yeah. Caleb, thank you for the prime. Braden Ketchum, thank you for the prime. Luke is living. Thank you for the 4 months. Hey, we got big news today. We're going to do some shoot the shit for a little bit. Probably around 8:20, 8:30. We're going to jump into wins and fails. And then wins and fails will launch immediately in the discussion of you know what. Big news. Big business news today. I'm talking, of course, about, Olive Garden changing its chief financial officer. Guys, if there's ever an F, it's literally for 1 second. It's always for 1 second. I don't know what's going on, but if it's an F, it's going to be for 1 second. So you don't got to worry about it. You're always trying to shoot the shit. Why not sit down and have a conversation with the shit? So wise. So wise. Wow. Not a stupid thing to say at all. What a beta eating while streaming? No, there's nothing more chatted up than eating broccoli soup that my wife, my actually fiance, made for me. Sorry, I have a fiance and a wife. Get them confused. Unasked for, with a bra on. How did the dogs do? How did S3K do in Ludwig Mondays? Hobo Caleb, big 3 months. Mobile viewers rise up. Okay, I'll see them in an hour, dude. Wait, mobile viewers rise up is such a terrible message because they can't act in time. They got second. Mobile viewers just hearing about it. They won 2K each. Yes, sir. All right, stream upgrades all around for S3K. If they choose to invest it in their streams, or if they invest it in stupid shit, I don't know. EE won 50K on Schooled. Holy shit, really? Wait, is there a clip? Let's go, mobile viewers. Mobile viewers are rising up. EE got some drama. EE cheated on Schooled? No. Someone cheated on Schooled? I'm sickened, dude. On Schooled? Really? I mean, if Schooled isn't safe from cheating, what is? You know what I'm saying? That was the last bastion. Every season of Schooled has been 100% authentic, real, competitive gameplay. And if somebody was to cheat, it would ruin the entire integrity of the show. I would go unschooled and openly cheat if there was no money on the line. That's funny. I guess there's a lot of drama. Either way, congrats to E. I don't know the drama. I'll have to do a little research. But I mean, I'm an EE fan, so I assume there's a. I'm standing on his side until I know more. Just cheat better. He was selling lobsters to the other competitors. That was the craziest thing. If you guys don't know, there was this thing where someone threw a crab at Hungry Box, a Melee player, on stage after he won, and it was like Crabgate. It was a big thing for a while, and I don't know. I was watching a video on it or something, and then EE was in my chat, and he asked me to call him, and then I called him, and we ended up finding out through a complicated story that like he sold the fucking crab. He was like selling crab out of his fucking trunk at that tournament. The whole thing was crazy. It was the wildest story. Yeah, but then he didn't actually. Yeah, but the whole thing was ludicrous. Is what I'm saying. It was a crazy. It was a crazy tale. Just got here. Is it true you bought Twitch? Yeah, I bought Twitch. That's right. I didn't have to pay as much as Twitter. I went to Jeff Bezos and I said, look, Amazon, Twitch, it's not working out. I will give you $18 US cash for the whole thing. Part and parcel. Who said you drive a hard bargain? But I need to know I can trust you. And I said, well, guess what? I also made my grandma cry when I was a child. And he said, you read my book. And then we shook hands and the deal was done. So now I own Twitch. I will be changing nothing about it except making I'm going to have everybody that doesn't want to see sexual content on their front page will get automatically homepage to Amaranth. Everyone that does want to watch Amaranth will get banned. So her view count will actually go up, but we'll get some of the weirdos off the site. And that's probably the major. Everything else is pretty good, you know. And then I'll actually, you know what? As a good CEO, I will reduce my sub split. Because now I want more money to go to Twitch because I own it. So my sub split will get even worse. Along with everybody's. I didn't know you had $18 that your money is not liquid. Oh, it's a loan. I took out an $18 loan backed by my stock. Okay, I don't have any liquid money, obviously. I'm cash poor. God damn, that's a good soup. Hey, what if instead of Marketing Monday, I did like Soup Monday? And I just ate this soup into the mic for the next hour and a half. I slurped it. It looks like a bowl of pickles and pickle juice. Yeah, my favorite soup. How did you know? Yeah, just a big bowl of pickles and pickle juice. My God, that is good. No, it's chicken, noodles, broccoli. You know, it's good. Is it a coffee soup? What is a coffee soup, I wonder? Is it something that doesn't exist that you just made up because you wanted to put the word coffee involved? Or another thing. Jacob Fred, thank you for 3 months. Again, we'll start in about, let's say 5 to 10. I can't say ping, thank you for 6 months. Twirly, yeah, you eat that soup. All right, now I don't want to. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird, okay? What, is that your thing? You like watching people eat soup? Damn, 3 months in and this is my first ever stream. Well, let me tell you something. It only gets downhill from here because the soup part's the best part. God damn, that is a fucking mean soup. That was good. I got a lot to say about the Twitter stuff. I hope I can. I have like 4 different things I want to talk about with that. So we'll see if I can organize it. This all happened today, and I worked. And Monday's my busiest day at work. So I went from like a 5:30 p.m. meeting, and I was like scrambling to fucking put together some notes on Twitter Elon Musk. But we'll see what we can do. I'm excited to talk about it. There are also some wins and fails that we can get to. How are you guys doing? What's going on in the world? Ludwig Mondays extricated well. EE1 schooled PogChamp. Let's see what's on LSF. Let's do a quick check on LSF before I jump over to fucking Elon. You know, it's like this is what's happening in the real world. Live stream fails, not like that fake world of business. Lil Sus, is this number one? Is this E cheating? Oh, it's deleted. There's got to be a mirror.
That guy's name. Political motherfucker.
Until you're locked in.
Jesus.
Both people are locked in. Both people seem unsure on this one. It could be literally anyone's game, and there could be a winner right here, right now.
Did he get it? I mean, he's got. Is that his tablet or his phone? No, it's his tablet. Okay.
That guy's name.
So right here is what we're. When he like leans forward. Hey, I mean, I don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Yeah, it's a whiteboard. It's his whiteboard, not his tablet. Not a. You can't look up the answer on it. All I'm saying. So I don't know. I mean, this is not enough time to type something, right? Like right here to here. But he does lean forward and click something, and then look down. But I don't know. I don't know. He's looking at his Nvidia stock. Is that? What are you saying? Stop trying to force random references. He's looking at his coffee cup. Shut the fuck up. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Not every situation you have to find a random reference and toss it. It doesn't make sense. This isn't enough for me to. I mean, to be honest, I don't care, dude. As far as I know, everyone's cheated. This show is so riddled with cheating. I think it's impossible for someone to either. It's like Tour de France, circa. But this clip is not enough for me to think he cheated. I don't know. That wasn't enough for me. But the man's eyes were bouncing left and right. Like, I don't want to get into this. I like EE. Get that bag, King. Schooled finale Twitlonger incoming. What is this? XQC designed a sex toy. Let's get our minds off of this and let's learn about what XQC says about.
You're gonna hit maximum juice on the tippy. Max juice. So what you do then to get a slider is that you aim for this spot.
What is he actually making?
What that does, right, is that the claw, it will hit it, but it's going to push and it's gonna slide in like that. Instead of going like this.
Oh, he's strategizing a crane game. Is there that much strategy to it? This is mental. It's just like, wow, I never would have guessed what this for. He's got the fucking crane claw. That's okay, let me see. What was this? What is this?
Who do you think's the black horse of the group?
Besides One Tap, I think
Wait.
Boozy can take it home.
I thought going over schooled was like too far.
Why do you say black horse and not dark horse?
Like I did too much studying, and now I regret it. I'm on thoughtcatalog.com going over the because you'll go over some questions. Oh God.
You okay? So
nerds, man.
extra, Emily, you realize it's the dark horse.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I was kind of confused about that, Em. I'm gonna keep it a stack, baby.
Wait. So EE? Wait. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, sorry. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it is.
What is it?
Oh yeah, it's the black sheep.
Yeah, baby girl, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I get you up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Good. Don't worry about that.
Sorry. I thought that was like someone who like would come from behind.
Huh?
Like he, like
Let's move on.
I thought Miskiff says black horse.
Who do you think's the black horse of the group?
Wait, so she didn't say black horse. Miskiff did. Wait, what? Did he do it on purpose to like? Oh, she said it earlier. Okay. She said it earlier. He's making fun of it. I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, why is she getting roasted? Dude, Miskiff got it wrong. That's funny. That's funny. Is English your first language? That's a good clip. Because Black Horse and Dark Horse not too far off. Yes. If it is her first language, that's kind of funny though, right? That is kind of funny. All right. I'll check one more. Well, I'm gonna start in 5 minutes, so. XUC has a gambling addiction. Is that interesting? EE admits it. Let's see what he says. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Donations. Because when I was like, when she said she has it, but she's gonna copy, I was like,
Yo, GG, bro. You won fair and square.
thank
You
you,
can
thank you.
easily debunk the hater comments, right?
I would like to think so.
Yeah, when
You
she
know-
said
What I when she said the oh, what the fuck did she say? She said, "Oh, I'm gonna copy." That's why I was like, "Huh." Whole sentence is most likely incorrect.
Pyro, get your ass.
Here, you know what? You know this will get solved. Is someone's gonna check the enhancement in his glasses? That's what happened when we did that Bumble game show for Lud back in the day. Someone will check the glasses, dude. And if you give me a good screenshot of the glasses, then we'll see. They already did? Well, let me see. Let me see. Is there a clip? They already did. That's so funny. You know what? Listen, I've known EE a long time. I love EE. This show is not fucking serious. There's 50K on the line. I don't give a fuck. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say, because you know what? I feel kind of weird about it. I'm going to openly say it. I don't give a fuck. If he did it, I don't give a fuck. I'm happy for him. Okay? I'm going to say it. You know, I'll fucking, you probably shouldn't. You shouldn't. I wish nobody did. But also, I don't care about school, like, as a fucking serious institution. So, listen, he's been out here hustling for a long time. He's really fucking funny. He probably made the show better. That clip already was really funny. The whole point of the show is entertainment. He's not boring. But I do want to see this evidence. Oh my God, this is crazy. EE cheating evidence compilation on Miskiff's. This is in depth. Look, they got the glasses reflections. Clip showing him using his phone. bright screen reflection in the glasses. Bright phone number 2. 30 seconds. How it should look like when there's no phone. Peaking moments. Fucking 8 peaking moments. Holy shit. Let me see one of these peeking clips. This, you know what? Put all the marbles on this.
How's it going over there, EE?
And can you stop snickering? Is that a thing?
Sorry,
Is that a thing?
How's it going over there, EE?
And can you stop?
Wait, I can't see what he's looking at. Wait. I guess the implication is that right here is a phone or something. Where's the peak? Like I can't see it in this clip. Yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
Headphones.
There you
They
go.
both turn away, right? I don't know. It's an odd thing to, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, 50 racks on the line. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. He probably shouldn't. We'll see what happens. If Mizkif checks all the evidence and ends up changing the payments, that's fine too. You know? I just, I'm not gonna change my opinion on EE, which is high. I think he's a hilarious person and a good person. So, he betrayed Penis Gang, which is worse. I'm not sure about what Penis Gang is. He does have a history of peaking. Oh, yeah. He does have that clip, huh? Listen, I openly support Dream. All right, so I got no problems either way. You know what? I'm gonna put my whole brand around it. I love EE. I love Dream. Who else do I love? I like that guy Wirtual was talking about that had the Rocket League. I mean the Dr. Disrespect is my favorite streamer. I like Tom Brady, Deflategate. And you know what? Lance Armstrong got screwed too. I'm going to play CSGO with Clara next week. I got an Enron hat on. Here's what I'll say though. Look, if you really want no cheating in your game show, you have to do more about it when it comes up the million other times. You know, this game show's been running a long time, and Mizkif has made it clear that no one's punished for it, and that in fact it's basically an entertainment show. He doesn't even, you know, so it's like when you send that signal over and over, and then you put a lot of like life-changing money on the line, it's a lot to ask for someone not to glance at their phone. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's a lot to ask. And so if this had a history of like being serious about cheating and like shutting it down, this would be a different story. But it's like, I think Mizkif's made it very clear that he's not gonna, because I've seen some ones in the past that were very blatant and there was no, he openly moved past it. So I don't know. And also, you know what? Here's my fucking even hotter. Here's my scorching take. Let me drop the scorcher, dude. Let me drop the nuke. Mizkif's a smart guy. He's good about content. Hey, guess what? This show, if it was dead serious every week, probably not as interesting. But if every goddamn week there's a cheating scandal, top of LSF, 40 clips, the show gets a million people talking about it. Every goddamn week. Maybe this is just advanced drama farming. Anyway, I would love. It's funny because I would love to go on Schooled. I was talking to Miz about it. I fortunately can't go because he always hosts it in the middle of the day on Monday, which is my work day. But if Schooled is ever on a different day, I will go on. I will not cheat, and I will look very dumb. Especially if it's like a geography question. I'm openly down. Dude, I'm openly down. I will go on there. I will look dumb as shit. You can put that on LSF. All right? But I also am not like in a situation where I don't know. It's a lot of money and they've never enforced cheating. So I just don't think it'd be that crazy if someone glanced at their phone. I just wouldn't put it past them. And I wouldn't like call it a major moral defect. Skip work and go on School. Yeah, if I had like a lot of advance notice, I could maybe take a Monday off. But the problem is, here's the problem for me. NVIDIA is not like a bad work-life balance place. Like if I needed a day off for something, like a trip or something, they are generally flexible with it. But I, as a person, feel very weird to take a day off of work when we're all busy, and then coworkers see me on a stream. You know, I haven't left. I'm still at home. I'm just playing, or I'm playing Elden Ring or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. It's not a vacation. It's not like I'm sick or something. It's like I'm just sitting at home. Do you know? It's a bad look. I feel like it shows that I'm not serious about what I'm doing, which I am, and so that's why I don't do it. That's why I don't think it's worth it. Even though being on School would be very fun. Kevin Mason, thank you for the gifted. Time intensive thing. All right, we're well over time. Hey, let's get to the topic. We've got a lot to talk about today. We got Elon Musk, baby. For real, I do it all the time to play Val. No, I notice, Quack. And your performance review, I will be talking about it, okay? Every time I fucking log on to Discord, I see top right, Quack playing Valorant past 17 hours. Actually, I'm not worried about you because he still makes great videos for me. He still edits. I mean, whatever. What I'm worried about is your fucking teachers, dude. There's no shot you are not failing every class. I'm speaking from experience. There is no shot you are not failing every class because you play Valorant all the goddamn time, and then you still edit long-ass videos on my side. And I see you in every fucking chat. So there's no shot. There's just no shot. That is literally what I would do when I played League. I can't imagine you are fucking not skipping a bunch of classes. Which is kind of based. Plot twist, he has the video editing automated and he won't tell you because you're afraid he'll bump his workload. If Quack had developed an AI that could edit as well as him, he doesn't need any, that's a fucking $1 trillion idea. I mean, you could sell it to every goddamn YouTuber. If he has that and he's using it to work for regular pay for me while he plays Valorant, that's insane. Honestly, an AI that could edit video would be sick, but there's no way. I don't think there's any way. That's nowhere close to make it as good as a human editor. Is what I say as I fund it in my secret time so I can fire all my editors. Okay, let's all right. Let me get like 5 more soup slurps in, okay? Because I'm very hungry still, and it's very tasty. And once I start marketing Monday, I don't want to slurp any more soup. So let me get 5 more good slurps in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boys. It's always a mini F. It's always a mini F. We're back. 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 Chill, 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 chill. It's always a mini F. I don't know what's going on. I think my internet has been a little wonky lately. Might have to. You know what's weird? Can I give you a fucking conspiracy theory? Can I drop a conspiracy theory on you? We back? Wait, are we actually not? Are we back? Or are we not back? All right. Let me give you my goddamn conspiracy theory. So look, I have Spectrum. I have Spectrum internet. And it was working fine. And then I thought about, okay, well, it's fine. But what if it can get even faster? Like, what's the best option? And I looked it up, and you can get like a business package where it's like internet for businesses, and it's like incredibly crazy speeds, and it's like a direct line or whatever. And it's like a lot. It's more for money. But I'm like, you know what? If I stream, maybe it's worth it, and I can have it right off of my taxes or whatever. So I call them, and I ask them about it, and I go in and ask about it, and I tell them my line and my location and where I am. And they look it up. They're like, yeah, we can upgrade to business. It'll cost you this much. And I'm like, that's a lot. I don't know if I should do it. Let me think about it for a while. And so I leave. You know, I like leave and I don't take it. And ever since then, I've been having these little intermittent fucking F moments where it goes out. Do you know what I'm saying? Ever fucking since I didn't take the deal, it's like, and I get these random F moments. And now it's like forcing me to be think like, oh, I better go get the business package for a fucking way more money. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked. It's fucked up. And now I'm going to have to buy it because I keep getting random Fs in my stream. God, that's such a good soup. You only need upload speed? No, I have fiber. I mean, listen, I have upload speed right now. It's not that it's not fast. The internet right now is fast. It's that it has, you know, intermittent minor outages. Like, it's not consistent. It's not smooth. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm. All right. This soup is delicious, all right? I don't know what to tell you. It's just delicious chicken, delicious noodles, and broccoli. That's it. That's all is in here. And it's very tasty. And my throat has been kind of sore ever since that fucking game where I do all the voices. Okay. All right. I'm done. Putting it away. Let me put the soup away. Let me get some water. And then we'll go into the wins and fails. Yeah! Ah, a delicious cup of coffee. Coffee. Coffee for the coffee cow. Oh my God. What a delicious cup. Fuck you, Spectrum. Fuck you, Spectrum. I don't know what to do about this whole Spectrum situation. It's so intermittent. I actually teleported. That's a fucking reveal. I love how Big A smack talked Spectrum into a instant frame drop. Hey, Linkus, you're moving here, right? You're moving out here. You're going to have Spectrum. You're moving to Cali. Spectrum's going to be fucking dicking you over too. You got business internet for your LA house? Okay. Okay. Flex on me. Why don't you? Oh, Linkus paid extra for the business package. We can't all do a subathon for 500 days, Linkus. Okay? Some of us are simple working Joes. Trying to make a living out here. Trying to work. Okay. Let's get to the wins and fails. Let me see what we got. Wins and fails. Wins and fails. Oh, this is good. Okay. Let me tell you something. There's going to be a lot of tab switching. I opened up like everything I was looking at. Oh my God, there's so much to talk about. This is going to be hard, but we'll try. We'll try. Okay. I'm not kidding, open right now. Let's see. 443 tabs. Okay, so let's just 1 second. 1 second. Let me just Hey, hold up. Hold the fucking phone, all right? Let me just 1 second. I will get this into an appropriate state for your consumption. And then you'll be like, oh, I love to consume content. Please, content daddy, more content. And I'll just keep giving it to you. Okay. Dude, my tabs are not the problem. That's not why there's frame drops. You're insane. No, I always have this many tabs. It was never a problem before. No. It's not the tabs. If you think it's the tabs, I need to rhyme that you're bad. Don't copium me. Copium was the worst invention. Copium has changed. You can't say anything you say that is defense of yourself in any situation is copium ever, all time. I can't always be inhaling. Okay. All right. Hey, it's time for the wins and fails. Are you excited? I think we have a decent amount of wins and fails here. Do we? I actually need one more. Oh, no. Hold up. I always have one in my back pocket notes. Oh, here it is. Yeah. This is good. Yeah, I'll toss this in there. Okay, that's one more. That's all we needed. Win, fail, win, fail, win, fail. Yeah. Hold. Oh yeah, this. Okay, good. Great. There's a Red Bull one? Wait, what? Atrioc, I love your video. Hey, thank you. I'm glad you like them. The video today's doing really well. I'm glad people liked it. Have you heard about Pokemon Go? Are you a mobile viewer from 2016? What are you talking about? Yes, I've heard about Pokemon Go. Everyone's heard about it. What earbuds do you use? Oh, you mean my Raycon Everyday E25 earbuds? Yeah, that's what I use. Every single day, baby. Whether I'm at the gym or listening to podcasts in bed. Yeah. Okay. All right. I keep getting distracted, and it's entirely your fault and not my fault in any way at all. Okay. Let's start with the wins and fails, starting with a major win for a group that needs it more than anyone else. I'm talking, of course, about weird old white guys in politics. Yes! Yes! We needed this! Because this Twitter user, Sean, on Twitter, used FaceApp to mash all 50 Democratic and Republican senators together to show you what an average senator looks like. This is what the average Republican senator looks like. So if you look like this, you are quite likely to get elected as a Republican senator. So if you are literally red, you can get voted red. And if you have a little bit more of a toothier smile, you can get elected as a Democrat, because this is what the average Democratic senator looks like. So, Speaker of the House, Germa? Any day now, dude. In about 20 years, I think Germa is going to lock it. Anyway, I thought this is a fascinating look at who runs America. Really powerful stuff. And it's good to see that on both sides, they are both extremely old, extremely male, and extremely white. It's always reassuring. Let's get on to, that was a win, obviously. Let's get on to the fails. And I've got a fail for you right here. The fail is everyone out there who is working a quote-unquote job, because you are cringe and wasting your time. Including myself, because Bad Bobby, am I saying that right? I only know her as the Catch Me Outside girl. Catch Me Outside, how about Da? She started an OnlyFans. Is it Baby? I thought it was Barbie. I always thought it was a play on Barbie, and she changed it. Because you know how Cardi B used to be Bacardi B, and then she got sued and changed it to Cardi B. I literally always thought this was Bad Barbie, and she changed it to be safe. It's Bad Baby. Wow, that's crazy. All right, well, if I'm a boomer, you are part of this problem, because she made $42 million from April 1st to April 25th on OnlyFans. So you at least know that I'm not part of this. $42 million. Oh, I'm sorry, in a year, but in 1 month she made 20. What is this? Fucking. No, wait, yeah, I'm sorry, in 1 year. I'm sorry, 1 year. $42 million a year in her first year on OnlyFans, I believe. Which is fucking astronomical. Not that the creator economy, like I said, has been blowing up. And OnlyFans is obviously very lucrative for many people. But I've never seen a number this large for yearly income. That puts her above, like, major A-list movie talent. That puts her in the realm of, like, top athletes. Yeah. No, it's 52 million gross, but it's net 42 million. So there must be some sort of, there's probably a cut from OnlyFans itself. These numbers literally look fake. Maybe. Is there any way to verify? I don't think she edited. This looks like a raw screenshot. Let's see. Well, we can't really open this, can we? We can't really open this. I'm not going to open an OnlyFans. No, it doesn't look... it's not explicit. But... Here, we'll just look at a... I mean, as far as I understand... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what I'm saying is this is a kind of an interesting, watermark of a trend that creators at the top end of any platform are making even more absurd amounts of money. $42 million is such a lot amount of money, though. My God. She's like 19 years old. The number of professions in the world that get you $42 million in a year at 19 is like, it's like zero. I can't even, I don't think like, I don't know if like Justin Bieber at 19 was making $42 million. Minecraft streamer, maybe. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think so. Tommy Innit? Maybe? I don't know. I don't think so. That would be too high. Knowing what I know, I don't think you would make that much. Athlete? Yeah, maybe an athlete. A top athlete for sure. That's what this is. This is in the realm of. But like, unless you get a mixer deal like Ninja or Shroud, no one's making $42 million a year. Do you know what I'm saying? XQC said he made like $4 million. That he was worth about $4.5 million. He said on one interview not too long ago, and so it's like, how is she getting 42? He could make more. Yeah, he could make more, and but could he make 10x? I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. By the way, that yeah. Okay, here's a better example. She is earning more this year than the 2021 yearly salary of the CEO of Coca-Cola, the CEO of Google, the CEO of IBM, the CEO of Wells Fargo, the CEO of Boeing, the CEO of Charter. No, including their shares. Including their shares. Their entire pay package. No, not combined, but still. If this is true, I mean, if this is true, this is wild. It's just a wild number. And so, I mean, impressive. Good for her. But I'm shocked that the value delivered by her OnlyFans is that high. How about Da? You know what I'm saying? How about those numbers? Anyway, that's the fail for anyone not doing that job because that worked really well. Let's give a win to everyone in the world, though. Every single person in the world. I'm going to give you a win. Okay? You just had a fail. You just had a tough time. You just learned that you are getting massively out-earned by an 18-year-old. But you have the pleasure, you have the honor, you have the privilege of living in this timeline. The timeline where Snoop Dogg posted this. They're coming to attack, Pops. Champ, smoke that blunt and chill. We ninjas, fam. And it's Snoop Dogg with his NFT and a blunt sword fighting off ninjas. And he's on phase. This is fantastic, dude. I wish I could tell my 2007 this was going to happen. Snoop Dogg, the last remaining celebrity fighting to keep NFTs alive. He's fighting right clickers. Listen, There is some NFTs that I would right-click save. This one, I'd be too afraid to even think about this button. Ooh, no, please don't chop me up, Sir Snoop. Tony Hawk just dropped an NFT? No, you're joking. No. Tony Hawk NFT? No. Say it ain't so. What? All I can find is this. And it follows up with this. But wait, I need oh, here it is. Oh, proof. Oh, proof. Tony Hawk launching Last Trick NFT collection as part of the Mystery Goat NFT collection. Oh no. When was this though? Oh, December last year. Before NFTs were maybe he just got in on the last gasp. Has he mentioned it ever since? Or you just take the paycheck and run? Tony Hawk NFT real. I need to know. No, it is real. It is real. He mentioned it 5 days ago on Instagram. Oh, cringe. Okay, let's see. Is this it? 5 days ago? No, 13 hours ago. 3 days ago. 3 days ago. Oh, here they are. Oh, ugh. They are real. Oh. I'm getting back to dropping in on Vert ASAP, but for now, get in on the auction for my new drop. What? Who wrote that fucking copy? That's actually so cringe. Dude, all the replies. Tony, no, you're better than this. You don't need NFTs, Tony. Oh, nah, they got Tony. Extremely rare Tony Hawk L. Tony, NFTs are one trick you gotta bail on. Is the skateboarding community like this? Are they all doing skate-based puns for every fucking conversation? Did I miss out on? Because that's fucking awesome. That's cool as hell. Tony, please stick to skating and stop dropping in it. Wow, shut up and dribble. Wow. Wow, Alex. You're not going to let Tony Hawk express himself by openly promoting something that is designed to Ponzi scheme away people's money and then sell the top? Wow. Wow, dude. What's up, Connor? What did Connor say? Connor Eats Pants, notorious NFT fan, one of the biggest. His new line of Connor Froggy NFTs. Yeah, okay, Atrioc, LMAO. You're not going to be the one laughing when my Tony Hawk NFT is worth more than a house in 10 years. Damn, fucking true. Fuck, I'm the fool. I'm the fool, dude. I'm laughing now and then I can't wait. Yeah, I'm just going to be in the gutter, dude. When he fucking rides by. Except houses might be underwater in 10 years too, so that's a low bar. You know what I'm saying? More than a house can mean anything. Maybe we're all just bankrupt. Anyway, that's funny. I'm sad to hear that's a big fail that we learned about Tony Hawk's NFT. But you know what? I got to win. I know we're all worried. Oh, sad. Tony Hawk NFT. Oh, Connor Eats Pants. Huge NFT frog. Loves NFTs way too much. Incredibly big into scammy cryptos and NFTs. I'm saying it again. Connor Eats Pants loves NFTs. Enough about that. I have a win. I have a win to counter it out. Okay? Thank God. Because, listen. Every time I look at it, it makes me laugh. Okay, here's the win. You guys know how our favorite person in the world, Mark Zuckerberg, has had a hard time relating to people. You know? He's had trouble appearing human. And he's described often as a weird robot. Okay? Well, guess what? Finally, we can humanize our billionaire again, because today he posted this very candid and very human-looking selfie. He is just like us for real, for real, for real. If that didn't make me love Meta before, now I do. Now I know it's a group of folks that I could have a beer with, dude. Woo! And I can... What's cool is that with the technology they have, his eyes aren't just literally piercing your soul metaphorically. He is literally looking into your soul literally and copying down the data to sell it to advertisers. So that's awesome. And actual news in the metaverse, in the verse of the metaverse, Meta, if you guys don't know, the big impetus, I've mentioned it on a couple shows before, but the reason they pivoted to Meta and the reason they're going all in on virtual reality and augmented reality is a part of Zuckerberg's longstanding feud and hatred of Apple. They don't like that Apple owns the rails that they operate on. Apple can control Facebook's ability to go to advertisers. The person that owns the actual physical products has all the power. And the software, the apps, have to defer to them. And because Apple and Google basically have the monopoly, Facebook is sort of at their mercy. That's why Facebook's had a huge stock tank. And so Zuckerberg's plan is to get ahead of that for the future, where he thinks that VR will replace phones. That's the plan. That's the idea. VR will replace phones. He's going to own the rails. He's going to own the physical products. And then everyone's going to have to be an app on his service. That's the idea. Okay? So to do that, he is following Apple's playbook to the letter. And in fact, today they announced that Meta will begin opening here it is. Meta is opening physical stores like Apple stores where you can try VR yourself. They are making high-end luxury Meta stores in a full-on note out of the Apple playbook. And we'll see. So on May 9th, they're opening the Meta store, a retail space to cover Portal, Ray-Ban Stories, and Quest 2, and try them out in person in California. And they'll be expanding this across the country as it is successful. And, you know, this could be a very expensive waste of time or the beginning of a long-term consumer pivot towards thinking this stuff is actually cool. I don't know. Well, I have a guess. I have a guess that it's going to be ineffective. Like I said, my theory on this has always been that Mark Zuckerberg will spend his entire fucking company's future and fortune to slightly increase the speed that VR becomes mainstream. And then right as it does, Apple's going to come in with a better version of the headset and then take all their market share anyway. That is my long-term theory on what will happen. It will be a complete disaster for Meta still. I don't think they're going to have any success. People just don't like them, and they don't like their brand, and they've never shown an ability to do a good job advertising or selling themselves as a brand. So no matter what they do to make the technology better, I don't think it's going to be enough. But we'll see. That's my theory, and we can all find out when we all meet up. We have our first Marketing Monday meetup at the Meta store on May 9th. I will see you all there. I will see you all there. Yeah, they were too late for phones and too early for VR. Yeah, exactly. They were a little bit too late. I mean, they weren't late for phones. They just never built them. But yeah, they I think they're just a little too early on all this. And no matter how much they toss money into the burning fire pit, it's not going to change that. Are you going to see us in real life or in the metaverse? What's the difference when you're at the Meta store? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're living the real life metaverse. This is me talking to Mark Zuckerberg, trying to impress him. Okay, well, that was a win. Let me give you a fail. Oh no, dude, I've been jerking you guys around up and down because I've been giving you a fail for everyone in the world, then a win for everyone in the world, then a fail for everyone in the world, and now unfortunately I have to give everyone in the world the biggest fail of all. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be the saddest news you've heard, not just all week, but maybe your all life. I'm choking up to say this. The Chris Pratt Mario movie has been delayed. There, I said it. Fuck! There, I said it. In a absolutely insane it looks like fake. This is a fake looking tweet. Nintendo of America tweeted, "This is Miyamoto." This is like what a scam email starts with. I thought, by the way, he is not fluent in English. He speaks a little English. There's absolutely no way this is Miyamoto. You know what I'm saying? This is Miyamoto. After consulting with Chris San, my partner at Illumination on the Super Mario Bros. Film, we decided to move the global release to spring 2023. My deepest apologies, but I promise to be well worth the wait. I need a moment. I need a moment. Okay, sorry, I was openly sobbing and not just coughing up a storm. Sorry, I was sobbing about this. Yeah. Dude, I'm still coughing. Dude, I've been so fucking coffee lately. Maybe Coffee Cow was a fucking premonition that I would become a literal coughing cow. Maybe it was like a fucking twisted, ludicrous... Stop smoking menthol lights. No, I can't stop smoking my menthols. He's smoking that loud shit. Goddamn. Listen, wouldn't you too if you had to cope with the loss of one of the greatest films of all time pushed a whole year back? Spring 2023? With the way the world is, the only good thing in the world is going to be Chris Pratt's Mario. Thank God we have that small taste. I'm going to let you hear it one more time. Because it's probably still my favorite clip of all time.
So when I was a kid, I lived in Lake Stevens, Washington, and there's this coin-operated laundromat near my house, and it had Super Mario Brothers, the original arcade game. Oh, I loved that game. I never had a quarter, it felt like. I'd either steal them from the wishing well. You know, I'd steal. That's wild. Just dawned on me right now. The quarter I stole out of the wishing well to play Super Mario Brothers has come true that I get to be the voice of Mario. But I clearly stole someone else's wish. So just waiting for that row of karma dominoes to come crashing down on me. But as it is right now, it's a Mario. That's not the voice. You'll have to wait to hear the voice. But we've been working hard at it, and I'm really excited.
This is like my favorite. This is my favorite thing that a celebrity's ever done. Every single time I watch it, it makes me laugh. It's actually such a fucking hilarious. It's like his whole fucking psyche's pouring out. Oh, it's like in the beginning, it's just a blatant attempt to be relatable, and then and then it pivots into weird rambling, and then it pivots into saying he thinks it's gonna be cool, and then he realizes instantly it's not good. Oh, it's I love it. 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 Can't get enough of it. And so, unfortunately, we have to wait to get that. But at least Miyamoto spoke to us directly on the Nintendo of America Twitter account. I appreciate that. That was kind of him. A delayed movie is bad. A bad movie. I find it funny how Illumination made a proper graphic with full names, company logos, and everything. While Nintendo's end is just, hey, this is Miyamoto. Like some kind of parody tweet. Yeah, I just thought it was so funny when it showed up my feed. They've never done this. They never started with this is Miyamoto. And it just came out. It was fun. Anyway, that's the saddest news of the day. Let me give you the final win and fail. And that is a win. Okay, we'll end on a win because I've hit you with a lot of fails today. We're going to end on a win. My final win goes to bold predictions. You know? People out there who are willing to put their best foot forward and make bold, future-forward predictions. Like legendary TV investor Jim Cramer, okay? Who in January of 2022 revealed to all the fans of his stock picking show his magnificent 7 stocks that you could rely on for the future. They were, of course, Netflix, Peloton, PayPal, Square, Zoom, Roku, and Tesla. And I admire his boldness, even if, unfortunately, every one of those 7 is down horrendously. If you had invested your money in a diverse mix of his magnificent 7 at the time he said it, you would be down about half of everything you own in 1 year. But we admire someone willing to take these bold bets. And you know what? Sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right. Because you know what? That was a while ago. And people get better. They improve at their craft. You predict, you guess, you check, you get better. That's why when 2 days ago, he said, Twitter's board has no choice but to reject Elon Musk's offer, says Jim Cramer. I knew this legend was in for another win. Which actually brings us to our main story of the day. Elon Musk buying Twitter. Twitter for $43 billion. And we've got all of the takes in the world about it. In fact, I think this is created because it's so relevant to Twitter and all the takes are on Twitter. It has created even faster takeception than the Will Smith incident, which I thought was impossible. Every single person on Twitter has posted every single variant of every possible take, good and bad, already. Everything I'm saying cannot be new because every possible opinion has already been taken. I have to find an entire new angle at it. And it's only been happening for 2 hours. It's only happened for a few hours. But we're going to try to get to the bottom of it and explain what it means for Twitter, how it came to be, and sort of what's going to happen next. Here's the photo I have to really sum it all up. I had to make this today, you know. I had to move fast here. Elon Musk bought Twitter, so I got Twitter and I got this is production value, baby. $42 billion. Okay, let's get into it. I have a lot of notes here. A million different takes. Now, there were listen, like almost all things that happen, as anything happens instantly, becomes in this world lately, it become immediately politicized. So whether you like it or not, immediately becomes something that like determines your political party instantly. I'm going to try to zoom out from that and approach it from a business perspective. But there was a lot of political-based takes instantly on it, mostly because conservatives believe it will herald a return of conservative voices like Donald Trump to the platform, and Democrats don't like that, and some also don't like it for monopoly reasons, which is that he is he's the wealthiest individual on earth, buying a media company, which is a sign of what happened like in the 20s with robber barons buying up all the media companies. Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. Elon Musk owns Twitter. Billionaires own all the ways we can communicate. Not good, not bad. All right. So, but what I think was a very, very good take that sort of summed it all up for me was the following. World's biggest clown purchased world's largest circus. And I'm going to try to theme everything we talk about today into this subject. Because here's the deal. Twitter is not a good company and needs a change. So you might think I might be against this for monopoly reasons, but I'm really not. But before we get into all my takes on it, let's do a quick disclosure on some of the facts. The deal is worth $44 billion. He's buying the company at about $54.20 a share. And here's the disclosure. I own about 800 shares of Twitter that I acquired between $35 and $42 in 2020. So I stand to make about, I don't know, like 10 grand on this. Which means the immediate upside is good for me. Okay, that's. I just want to give you guys the disclosure because as someone who was watching Twitter stock slide into obscurity, as an owner, I'm happy that something changed. Let's look at what happened. This is Twitter stock. Elon Musk announced he's interested. Straight up, and it's going to go up even higher here, 54. So I am, if anything, I am biased financially towards this sale happening. And that gives me an interesting point of view because I want to talk to you about sort of what led to this moment. You guys probably heard a lot of terms like poison pill and yada, yada, yada. I can give you a quick breakdown on how we got to this moment. Twitter has been running for a very long time, and it has made almost no money. If you go to the max, Twitter basically has been, I mean, look, this is the peak. This is right after it launched. It IPO'd in 2014. It peaked about where the best it got in 2014. So it took 7 years to go nowhere and ended up lower than that. Twitter has made no progress, while even Facebook and Snapchat and TikTok continue to bring in massive revenue. Facebook, while it's starting to stagnate a little bit, still 1,000x bigger. TikTok growing rapidly. Snapchat growing rapidly. Twitter has maintained a small amount of daily active users the entire time, barely growing. So overall, Twitter's been a pretty mismanaged and bad company. Just not good. And part of that was due to the previous CEO, Jack, being a part-time CEO. He basically worked like 4 hours a week on Twitter, didn't care. There was no progress. I myself have visited Twitter headquarters, and I was stunned. Snapchat is still growing. Snapchat's growing massively. It's actually shocking. Snapchat's had its biggest quarter yet. I am clearly aged out of the Snapchat demographic because my friends also don't use it. Nobody I talk to use it, but it's massive. So if you are, I guess, high school or younger, Snapchat's still massive. And by the way, Snapchat is much bigger than Twitter. Just to put that out there. But what's always shocked me about Twitter? This is what I've always thought was so interesting. Is the following. Let's see if I have the chart for you. So I've visited Twitter headquarters multiple times. And every time I go, it's a very nice building in like the heart of downtown San Francisco. You know, really expensive real estate. And it's tall, really high-end, big windows, luxury. They have the nicest cafeteria I've seen. I actually can show you right now. In fact, I think... yeah, I think I tweeted when I visited there. Here, I'll show you because it's relevant to the stupid spoon Atrioc meme. Does actually someone have the link? Someone sent it to me. Here, maybe this is it. Yeah. All right. So back in 2014, I tweeted lunch at Twitter and the utensils are hashtagged. Team hashtag spoon for life. This is 2016. I got 73 likes. Little did I know that 4 years later, there would be a Reddit about me making spoon Atrioc memes. And I would not be on Team Spoon anymore. Anyway, I grabbed the spoon from... Anyway, it's a very, very fucking nice headquarters. And I always wondered, like, this entire building, it's like, 12 stories. Massive building, really nice building. All of these people are engineers, almost all engineers. What the fuck are they working on? I remember saying that when I left. Because Twitter has not changed as a product at all in like 7 years. I mean, almost nothing has changed. What did they went from 140 characters to 240. They didn't add any other buttons. They don't do anything. What the fuck are these people working on? I've always wondered that. And then when this deal came out, this $43 billion deal, I looked into it and I wanted to see some more hard numbers. And what I found out is they have, not only expensive employee salaries, but they have this. Look at this. They have an R&D budget that is almost equivalent to Tesla. They spend $625 million a year on R&D. What are they R&Ding? What is their research and development at Twitter? What is their fucking... what is this money going to? What has changed about Twitter that would justify this amount of R&D? So, obviously, you're looking at a company that is not in a great spot. And when they hired the new CEO, they got rid of Jack. Jack stepped down. It was their old CEO, the founder. And they got a new CEO who promised to make some changes and sort of get Twitter on the right track. And all that I really think he added was NFT profile pictures. The only main thing I've seen him do is create Twitter Spaces, which is like the, what was that? Chat room? What was that? What was that fucking place? What was it? It's a ripoff of that Clubhouse. It's that Clubhouse. Dude, I can't believe Clubhouse went from like everyone talking about it, $4 billion offer to nothing. So they ripped off Clubhouse, which nobody's really been using. It's got, low retention rate, low usage. And they've got NFT profile pictures, which has been the big innovations of the new CEO. So overall, you can say with quite confidence that Twitter management has been underperforming. And especially given how Twitter does command importance in the public sphere. It's still a powerful way to get message out. It's still the first place that breaking news is done for a lot of different topics. And they have just done a piss poor job of monetizing it. They have bad ad products. Advertisers, like as an advertiser, when I work on the NVIDIA side or even on the Twitch side, the stuff you get from Twitter when you pay is trash compared to Facebook or anywhere else. Sorry, I'm going to die on camera. Yeah. The fleets. Fleets. They also made what could be called one of the worst, the single worst, I think perhaps the single worst social media business decision of all time, which is they shut down Vine. This might be the single dumbest thing that any company has done in all of social media ever. It is, if you look at where TikTok ended up and where Vine was at, and the whole thing is, it's actually crazy that they didn't even like try to fix it. They literally shut it down. Twitter bought Vine and shut it down. It's like, it's, you have to be beyond stupid. So anyway, I want to set the stage with that because I want you to know that, like, even if you are not a fan of Elon Musk, and I'm not, I think he's generally a clown. I think his generally biggest concern is making himself look good. I think that is what he spends a lot of his time and money on. He literally just spent money to appear as a guest character on The Simpsons and have Lisa Simpson call him smart. He spent money for that. He's generally cringe to me. That being said, and even though I've ragged on Tesla's stock price before because I think it's crazy high, Tesla is a good company. Tesla increases profitability year over year. It sells more cars year over year. It expands year over year. All right, it's a growing company. And if you invested in Tesla, you've been rewarded financially. So, under his belt, under his tenure as the leader of Tesla, it has gone up, right? So, as opposed to what's happened at Twitter, which has been disaster after disaster, just years of flatlining. So, with that in mind, my initial gut reaction to this is that I'm positive because it can't get worse. You know, Twitter is a shit show. And what's telling is when you read the reactions from either side, from everyone involved in this, there's 400 different takes. Nobody will say, like, I love Twitter the way it was. Nobody's like, Twitter's so perfect now, don't change it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has landed on that because Twitter has just not been a good adaptive company for their market. So we'll see. Now, let me talk about some of the upsides and downsides. This is a good take, actually. Wait, before I get serious. Listen, there is no way you can think this is a bad thing because we now have an African-American owner of the largest social media company on earth. Yes, this is truly the end of racism. Now that, just a couple asterisks, you know, it's South Africa. His father owned an emerald mine. It's not the largest company. But outside of everything about this being wrong, it's a historic moment and it's powerful. It's powerful. And it makes me proud, you know? It's like the democracy at work, capitalism at work. All right, one more take before I give you the other takes. Before I give you all the other takes, I wanted to show you what my uncle said about it. Maybe I shouldn't even have done this. Maybe I should just skip tonight because I checked Twitter. I checked the news. I checked a lot of places for all the different takes on it. But one place I didn't think to check was Facebook. So I opened up Facebook last minute to check, is there any Facebook takes on this? And I had one from my uncle. My uncle, who doesn't follow any of this stuff, had a powerful take on this. I'm going to show you what it says. This was a breaking news. Elon Musk reaches deal to buy Twitter. This is my uncle Chris Ewing. Who fucking cares? So there's Uncle Chris. By the way, this guy helped me out when I first moved to California when I was trying to find a job. He's a fucking omega homie. Okay. Let's get into it. Oh, by the way, I mentioned the stock market. I mentioned that this. So he's buying it for $54.20 a share. I don't know if the 420 is part of a meme, but it represents a premium to the current price. As I showed you, the reason this happened is this was Twitter stock, $33, when Elon Musk announced his intention to buy it at $54.20, which means that everyone who's currently an owner of Twitter would get, 30% premium on their money. They would get instant increased value on their shares. And so the only reason, there are basically two reasons that the board of Twitter would not want to accept his deal. Because, this is all about money at the end of the day. And if you're worth this much and someone offers you way more, you should generally take it, right? But the board was as you guys have probably seen, the board of Twitter has been fighting to stop Elon from taking over. And you're probably wondering why, because it's worth a lot more money. And there's two reasons. One is that you think the management is doing such a good job that this will naturally go up back up even higher than what Elon was going to offer. That you think they'll get back to these heights and more, even though these were kind of bubble-fueled heights. And generally, if you ask around Twitter shareholders, nobody believes that. They think the management is adrift at sea. They have no idea what they're doing, and there's no good plan to get back to the heights. So that's the real reason it's probably not true. The other reason is that the management of Twitter wants to keep their job. They're afraid that if Elon Musk moves in, he will fire some or all of them, and they like their cushy position and they want to keep it. That is more likely. And that seemed to be the reason they were fighting tooth and nail to stop his takeover. What percent of the company does he own? He now owns 100%. He now owns the whole company. He owned 9%. So around here, he bought 9%. And their first step to stopping him, the CEO had a pretty smart idea. He went to Elon and he said, look, we'll let you go up to 15%. We'll make you a seat on our board. The board of directors decide what happens in the company. But you have to cap your amount of shares at 15%. So you'll become a major voice in Twitter. You'll have a lot of say in how the company is run, but you'll have to be capped at 15% and we can outvote you. And he agreed. Elon Musk agreed to that term. And then the day it was set to happen, the morning it was set to happen, he backed out. And he said, nah, I'm going to buy the whole company. And that he had secured $43 billion of money. And so, so he went to that. So he went to that plan. And then they started to fight him with the poison pill. The poison pill is a rule. It's like a emergency backup plan that a board can create. I'm trying to keep it simple. If one shareholder attempts to buy more than a certain amount of a company, it basically starts printing a bunch of new shares. It dilutes the amounts of shares there are, so that they have to keep buying new shares, and it basically stops them from being able to do it. That to make it simple, if he tried to buy 50% of the company and there was 1 million shares or whatever, they would print 2 million more. That's the thing. That's what happened. So it would make it very financially impossible to even know what you have to spend and to get ready to buy it. Poison pill would stop him taking over. When they announced that, obviously, people got a little concerned because the only reason to do that was if you thought the company's being run super well and that Elon Musk takeover would not be good for the financials. And and so they started to get lawsuits to brew. Now, most of these I think were politically motivated. There's a lot of like conservative congressmen who just think that, Elon Musk coming to Twitter is going to be the greatest thing ever for Republican politics. Maybe not, but they're really diehard about it. And so a lot of like Republicans in Congress were getting ready to sue Twitter for not doing their fiduciary duty to shareholders. And so with all that brewing, I think Twitter decided last second to be like, fuck this. We don't want to be in protracted lawsuits. Elon Musk is offering us an out of a lot of money. Let's just take the fucking money and run. Let's just do it. Let's just get out. And they did. And so today they announced they're just conceding. Rather than like keep trying to fight this, they're just going to concede. By the way, another part of it, I'll get to in a second. I'll get to the other part in a second. Actually, I'll tell you right now. Another part of it is this. In the past week, as Elon Musk has been talking about whether or not he's going to take over Twitter, there has been a lot of people, a lot of big banks, a lot of other people that are interested in acquiring big companies. Everyone has been looking very closely at Twitter's financials to see how much is this company actually worth. They've been looking at it internally to make their case if they should get Elon Musk in or not. And when you look really closely at Twitter's financials, you start to realize this company is already overvalued at $30. This company ain't worth shit. This company's been out for fucking, let's say, 7, 8, 9 years as a public company. It lost $200 million last year. It lost money. It is a company that puts up text and sells ads on it, and it lost $200 million last year. It didn't make any profit at all. Okay? Revenue-wise, it makes about $3.4 billion a year, which sounds nice, except it's being bought for $43 billion. And $3.4 billion a year in revenue is what an Olive Garden makes. That's what Olive Garden makes. Twitter is literally the same revenue as Olive Garden, which is worth substantially less. Twitter's being valued like a 40. And by the way, Olive Garden makes profit. Olive Garden made $114 million in profit last year, while Twitter lost money. They both brought in the same amount of money, but Twitter had more expenses. So when you think about it, all this adds up to Twitter just not being worth shit in its current prices. And when they looked at that, when everyone looked at all those numbers and they realized this is probably the best deal they're going to get, this crazy billionaire wants to throw a bunch of money at it. Fine, let's take it. Go. Run with it. And so they capitulated. It also doesn't hurt that the Twitter CEO, I believe, will be making $43 million for working like... Let me see. If I can get... Damn. Yeah, he's making bad baby money. Yeah. Parag is the current CEO. He worked 4 months and is going to get a $43 million exit package, something around that. He is getting bad baby money without even having to do OnlyFans. I think. I'm trying to... Here, okay, wait. Yeah, something around 50 million. 43 to 50 million is what he's going to make as an exit package for 4 months. So, you know, he's not too choked up about this exit either. Even though he did fight to defend it with the poison pill, he's not too choked up. So, you know, I think we covered the main takes. Now let's get into some more. So basically, if you understand so much so far, it's that Twitter's been a shit company for a long time with no real progress. Elon Musk is offering to pay way more than it's worth. They decided to take it. That's the long and short of it. And now we have to figure out where it's going. And it's going to become very political very quickly. The main number one thing that is causing so much partisanship about this is that conservatives believe it will lead to Trump coming back on the platform, and progressives believe that it shouldn't. That's sort of the main thing. All right. So there was this note that said Trump said he has no plans to rejoin Twitter, even if Elon Musk reinstates his account. That was from today. They asked him today. He said no. Okay? And you'd think, oh, that's open and shut. But let's look into it a little bit more. Because when you actually read his statements and you realize that Trump owns a competing social platform called Truth Social that he's trying to prop up, even though it is bleeding cash, and in fact lost like 20% of its value today when this was announced, you have to think this is a very short-term answer. Because he said, I hope Elon buys Twitter because he'll make improvements to it and he is a good man. But I'm going to be staying on Truth. So he's already saying he's pro-Elon. Elon's a good man. He's going to make things better. I think more realistically, he is trying to get exit on Truth, shut down Truth, make some money, I don't know, offload more shares, whatever. And then very obviously, he'll be back on Twitter in no time, especially as things ramp up for the 2024 election. He's almost certainly going to be back, which will cause a lot of chaos and division and hand-wringing on either side on Twitter. Twitter is going to be, again, a major battleground. So we'll see how that holds up. But he almost, I think we can always predict that I think it's very, very, very likely that he comes back. Almost certainly. He's probably drafted up some bangers in the past year. Yeah, let's see what bangers Trump has already got ready. Wait, is he already back? Let's see. Did he tweet? No shot. He said today he wasn't coming back. He didn't even wait a day? He tweeted. He tweeted at 3:09 p.m. Thank you, Elon Musk. Oh, it's fake. You motherfucker, it's fake. I got fooled by a pool ball 7. That's good because that was clearly this is a low effort return tweet. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna come back, you gotta have something better than this. Thank you, Elon is not. Should thank himself. A real Trump tweet would thank himself. He also tweeted, I will grant $2,500 to every American that follows me and likes the tweet above. Real Donald Truck. Oh, that's good. If his name was Donald Truck, that would actually be a stronger brand. Okay. Anyway, so that's happening and will likely happen. He's almost certainly coming back in some form or another. Truth Social has been a bit of a disaster, and when he's ramping up for running for office in 2024, it's just going to help him a lot to be on Twitter. So I think he will do that. Let me get. Now, there's another major concern here. Number one is the employee reactions. So one thing you got to do, you got to retain talent. And so employee reactions have ranged from celebration from someone on the crypto side who are worshiping Elon Musk. Twitter has a big crypto side. Then there's the employees that are threatening to quit and screaming and crying. They're losing their minds. And then I think most of them, though, fall into this camp. And I found a Twitter employee that I think sums up what most of them are thinking. And that is this. Can someone tell me if I'm rich or if I'm fired? That I think they're all just trying to figure this out. And for some, it might be both. Which is not a bad way to go. But yeah, you have to figure this out. Because again, even if there's an understanding that, and I think more realistically, the problem at Twitter stems from leadership rather than like random rank and file employees. I doubt that that's the problem. I don't think there's like a mass firing situation. In general, it's going to come from like direction. I think Twitter's had no direction. It's been very coasting. But whether or not, whatever direction he takes in mass fires, whatever he does, you're going to have to attract and retain new talent and make actual changes to the program. And so we'll see how that undergoes. Because again, a big part of compensation for engineers in Silicon Valley is stock options. And as a private company, which this is going to be, Elon Musk is taking it private, they won't be able to offer RSUs, is my understanding. And so I'm interested to see how that plays out, and how they retain and attract talent without that as a private company. But the main thing that came in, because this guy rarely tweets, but billionaires attract other billionaires. And Jeff Bezos came in with a take. Okay? Literally, if you get Jeff Bezos out of his slumbering post-Amazon rocket ship retirement to tweet about it, then you know something's big. And Jeffy B dropped an interesting take about this. Interesting question, he says. Basically about this tweet, talking about how Tesla has a second biggest market in China. Chinese battery makers are major suppliers for Tesla's EVs. Did the Chinese government just gain a bit of leverage over the town square? The idea is that Twitter is a town square of public opinion. It is where a lot of news stories are broken. It's a powerful weapon in controlling the narrative in many non-Chinese countries. It's the quickest place where a story is broken. And for example of this, think about all the information warfare and information around the war in Ukraine, okay? The ability of Ukraine to use Twitter to spread information about their cause and their leader was huge, and then being able to rally support and build global consensus against Russia. Now we are in a situation where a man who is the world's richest man, and a majority of his wealth comes from a company with deep business ties in China, massive Shanghai factory, owns Twitter and can be pressured through Tesla to make changes on Twitter, which is interesting. Now, Jeff Bezos is probably not the right person to say this because wait, let me see. If I can find this. Yeah, this. Jeff Bezos is not the right person to find this because Amazon has bowed to the same pressures. Specifically, they partnered with China's propaganda arm. And in fact, when this book, a collection of speeches by Xi Jinping, was released in China on Amazon, it got one bad review. It got one less than 5-star review. And they demanded that Amazon remove the review function altogether, which they did. They bowed to that pressure, and rather than lose access to business in China. But there is a long history of listen. If anyone thinks that these businesses like Tesla and Twitter will be held separately by China, that is completely untrue, and it's been proven time and time again. In fact, a great example from a book I'm reading right now about Hollywood in China. For example, there's a company called Seagram's, which makes gin, Seagram's Gin. They're a massive drink company. They owned Universal Studios for a long amount of time. I don't know if they still own it, but they owned it for a long time. And when Universal Studios was going to release a small movie about Tibet, literally a $7 million movie about Tibet, China threatened to remove access for the entire drink company. They removed that, literally billions of dollars of alcohol over this one subsidiary of a subsidiary releasing one small movie. So they have the ability, they have shown the ability to play the game where they will attack a larger business interest to threaten a smaller media outlet into towing the party line. And that puts Twitter at risk of bigger Chinese influence, just no doubt, because Tesla is very, very important to Elon Musk's fortune, much more important than Twitter. And if they have the ability to threaten them over that, they can make changes. That's one of the bigger takes I thought was interesting. Jeff Bezos is probably not the right person to say it, but this person had a good take on it that I think was more qualified. It's more soft power for China, essentially. If Elon Musk thinks because he's the world's richest man, he can tell China to piss off if Beijing ever starts leaning on him about Twitter, he'll find out about how efficiently the Chinese state can gobble up that Tesla Shanghai factory, taking with it as much IP as it can. Yeah, 100% correct. The threat of what they could do to a Shanghai factory is enough to make a lot of soft power over Twitter. And I think it's worth being concerned about. I think this is probably the thing. Again, I have no love for Twitter's current management, but if I were thinking about the biggest downsides of this takeover, aside from it being just annoying to hear the constant political back and forth on and about Twitter for ad nauseum for the future forever, this is going to be, I think, one of the bigger issues. Now, let's talk about what I think this is actually the take that I think almost no one's talking about, that I think is my final big concern, okay? Because I've basically summed up everything that's going on. Summed up how we got here, the big back and forths, what it means. But here's what I want to talk about that I thought was interesting. Because, so the amount of money was $43 billion. And you think, okay, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He can afford it. He's got $260 billion or something like that. But he doesn't actually have $260 billion. He has a few $billion dollars, and he has a lot of Tesla stock. And if he tried to cash out $40 billion of Tesla stock, it would tank Tesla's price. So I was wondering, how did he get this money? Like, how did he get the money to acquire? Where did this money come from? And it turns out the vast majority of this is debt. He is taking out a lot of debt. And I thought, okay, what's the interest payment on this debt? And it turns out it's decently high. Now, I don't want to bore you with these charts. But it's basically 5 separate loans from different companies for $500 million, $6.5 billion, $3 billion, $3 billion, $2.5 billion. And it all comes out to, they're at different interest rates. Some at 3%, some at 4%, some at 6%, some at 10%. All of this debt burden falls on Twitter's shoulders as a private company. And we're looking at something like a $2 billion yearly interest payment just to pay the debt for Elon Musk buying the company. He is going to buy the company and immediately saddle it with a $2 billion a year interest payment. Now, this company already lost $200 million last year. It's not even making profit. So my biggest take on this whole situation is not that, I don't, remove all of the politics in the whole situation. I think this is going to fail primarily because Twitter is not a very good business to begin with. And Elon Musk has just saddled it with a massive amount of debt. No, someone said this is not in the best interest of the shareholders. The shareholders are out. You understand? The shareholders are cashing out. I'm a shareholder, but I will no longer be after. He's going to pay me. If you guys understand, Elon Musk is buying all of the shares. He's buying my shares. This is just for him. But as a company, it is no longer going to. It already didn't make much sense, and it's going to make even less sense when. So here's what I'm saying. What it means for the future. There is a real chance that 5 years from now, Twitter has to IPO again to make its money back. Or it has to, you know what I'm saying? This company goes private and just starts bleeding cash. There is no way to make it profitable at current rate of growth. So 2 things will happen. 1, Elon Musk will massively turn this company around and massively increase profitability. He will find a way to make this company make a lot more money. Now, number 1 way you could do that is advertising. You could find a way to get more advertisers to show up and use Twitter. It's possible, although I think advertisers will be scared because Twitter is going to become even more filled with political fighting, which is like usually something advertisers want to try to get away from them. So there's going to be that. That's one possibility though. And again, there's a risk that if they go for the pure free speech, no moderation route, in principle, it sounds really good. I am on board with a pure free speech. We will literally never moderate anything. We'll let it happen. In practice, on the internet, whenever that happens, it always devolves into like pure vile hate speech. It devolves into like 4chan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just it sounds like a really solid principle, but it always ends up being kind of disgusting, like vile, and like a hellhole. And so it remains to be seen if he actually has thought this through. It sounded good in theory, and maybe he just wanted to run with it and wanted to dunk on some haters, and I don't know. But actually, in practice, I think he's going to find it more difficult than he thought to make it like that and still appealing to advertisers, and not just become like Tumblr filled with porn where nobody wants to advertise there, etc. So that's going to be a big problem, is advertising, because he has to make this money back somehow. The other way is the subscription route, and that is what's been talked about a lot. Is they're going to find a way to make basically people pay for a check mark, pay for verification. Maybe they pay for Twitter Blue or something. But so far, the soft launch of Twitter Blue has been pretty underwhelming and not a big seller. So it remains to be seen if that will work. But one of these has to work. Now, this guy, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back, I talked about how, remember that tomato guy? The guy who said the secret to getting rich is you plant 3 tomatoes for $3 and then take the seeds from those and then plant them again till you get 9 tomatoes. And then you take the seeds from those and then get, you get that? And then till you have 1 billion tomatoes and then you're a billionaire. You sell those for, yeah. That was his big fucking plan to get rich. He has a take. He has a take on how Elon Musk can make Twitter very profitable very quickly. Let's see what that is. How Elon Musk can make Twitter very profitable very quickly. Charge people $1 per month for every 1,000 followers they have. Scaling out to $2 per month per follower if over 100K followers. Want millions of eyeballs on Twitter? Want to make money here? Pay up. So this is his plan. By his logic, I would have to pay $75 a month for Twitter. Someone like Slime would have to pay like $100 a month. Lotto would have to pay like $1,000. $1,000 a month for Twitter. That sounds good. That sounds good. Connor Eats Pants. Yeah, Connor Eats Pants would now be paying like $970 a month. But that is the type of groundbreaking thinking that Elon Musk is going to have to turn to figure out how to make this company somehow profitable and somehow get a return on this massive amount of debt-fueled money. Now, like we were saying, he has said he doesn't care about the economics of it, but everyone cares about the economics of things when it costs $43 billion, okay? And you have the debt payments hanging over your head. He has to pay that debt somehow, all right? You have to do it through Twitter profitability or some otherwise. It's a private company. And so there is going to be some sort of profitability change at Twitter to try and figure this out. This is going to be the major thing going forward is these massive debt payments hanging over their head. And for those wondering, he cannot, the biggest risk here that I think going forward is financially is that if Tesla stock were to drop, all of these loans are guaranteed against Tesla stock at current prices, which is about $1,000. If Tesla stock drops in the way that, say, Netflix has or other major tech growth companies recently, Tesla's basically the only one that has kind of held steady. If it drops, all of these loans get what's called margin called, and he has to put up actual real money to help guarantee the loans up to where they were, and which means he'll have to cash out some of his stock, which could be a cycle. So a large dip in Tesla stock could dramatically harm not only Twitter, but Tesla again in a rolling cycle. And that is what I think is like one of the biggest underreported stories coming out of this. And again, if Tesla holds steady or goes fine, it's no big deal. But if it starts to drop, this could be a big concern for Elon Musk with these massive debt he's just taken out, and he'll have to respond. So that's what I'm going to be following up and looking more at going forward. This is the biggest concern and worry for me as a prediction going forward. Anyway, overall, can he afford it? Yes. We'll see how the debt holds up. What will happen? It can't get much worse, I think. That remains to be seen. But as a company, it's been holding flat to declining for 7 years. Maybe he can turn it around. And hopefully, at the very least, he can use his ability to attract engineering talent to find some people that will actually add to the product because it has changed nothing. But overall, I think we have analyzed this deeply enough for one day. If you want more, I have good news for you. Twitter stories are good clickbait farming. Elon Musk stories are great clickbait farming. Elon Musk plus Twitter stories are omega god clickbait farming. So you're going to see stories about this every minute, every hour, every week for every change for the next fucking year of your life. Every possible small change of Twitter will get covered ad nauseum. Oh, Elon Musk thinks about changing the font for, forever until the end of human activity. You can guarantee that. I think that's one thing we can all agree will happen. So get ready for that. And I will, of course, cover it when there's something interesting to talk about. Thanks for watching. That was my coverage of today's announcement of Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter. If you have any questions, I can talk about them now, but that was the Marketing Monday. Thanks again for watching Marketing Monday. And thanks again to Public.com. You know what? If you want to make some money buying Tesla stock, buying Twitter stock, buying any other stock, a great way to do it is Public.com, where you can get up to $300 free just from signing up with my code. I use Public to trade stocks on my phone. It is an extremely clean, easy-to-use app. It's awesome. It has all the functionality you know and expect from any other trading app that you might know, except with a bonus. It actually is an ethical business model. Public.com, you can look this up from a million independent places, does not sell information on your trades to hedge funds, which is what the green competitor might do. And it's an awesome app for like, it's got cool discussions. It's got information on different stocks you're interested in. You can follow people and see what they're trading. Like if you wanted to see what I'm looking at, you can follow my account on there. You can follow other influencers and such people. And it has a cool just information tab where you can see a lot of cool updates. So overall, I like it. It also will pay it has 0 fees on anything. And if you have a fee to transfer your stuff to the app, it will pay the fee for you. It covers literally everything. Overall, I'm really happy with it. Happy to support it. Happy they support Marketing Monday. And you get a free stock for signing up, so there's no real reason not to check it out. If you are interested, I obviously trade responsibly, and I'm not a financial advisor. But, last thing, it has fractional shares. So if you want to buy, basically buy something of Amazon, for example, Amazon shares are $3,000, very expensive. You can buy a % of a share, and it'll go up and down at the same rate. So you can buy however much you want of any stock, and they will let you fractional share it, which is awesome. Overall, cool app. I think proud to recommend it, and they've supported Marketing Monday consistently, so check them out. Can you transfer Cash App stock to Public? Yeah, you can transfer any stock anywhere to it, and if there's any fee, they'll pay it. Atrioc, I have a question. If Elon took out the loan, why does Twitter have to pay it? Well, Elon owns Twitter, and it's not like it's a separate thing now. It's a private company that literally reports to him. It's like me paying Quack or something. It's just him. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody outside that has any control now. It's a private company. He completely owns it. And so he's putting the debt on Twitter's books. He is buying with the debt, and the debt is now part of Twitter. And so Twitter is responsible for making the payments. That's leveraged into it. So, listen, if he's gonna have to pay it back himself somehow, but the idea is through Twitter growth. If he has to sell Tesla shares to do it, then he'll have to do it that way. But that'll cause problems for Tesla. Are you able to refuse selling your stock? No, it's a vote. So the board has agreed, but if it was a shareholder vote, if over half vote, then we sell to it no matter what. So my shares are being sold no matter what. No matter what I want to do, I will be getting $53 or whatever, $54.20 for my 800 shares, which is nice. I'm going to get a little chunk of change. It's a forced sale, though, so if I wanted to hold on to it, I couldn't. So should I buy then? What do you mean? How can our trades be free? Public is making their money because any money that sits in the account uninvested, they invest on unspent funds, and then when you use it, they just pay you the money. It's like what banks used to do. Like a bank, yeah. So, yeah, which is like a perfectly ethical way of doing it. No, banks still do that. I'm sorry. I'm just like that. That was that banks. That's not their primary way of making money now, which it used to be. How do you know what the interest rates are? This was a public disclosure. I'm just looking at that. Why is a rich person paying interest? Who do you mean? You mean Elon Musk? Do you think he can take out a loan without paying interest? It's a $40 billion loan. They're gonna want interest on it. Yeah, usually their interest rates are low, but usually they're taking out a lot less sums of money. So, for example, the way Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and these billionaires avoid taxes generally is that they have $100 billion in stock, right? They take out a $100 million loan against that stock, which they are guaranteed to pay back. The interest rate is basically how risky the bank thinks it is to give you this money. So a loan from Jeff Bezos for $100 million, the risk of him not paying it back is like 0. So he has a very low interest rate. He has to pay very little interest because they know he's good for it. And so he's actually in debt. He'll say, I'm in debt for the year. All I have is this $100 million loan. I didn't make any money because it's all in stock. And so he pays almost no taxes. That's his system. But when you take out a $43 billion loan, that's different. You know what I'm saying? That is more risky, and so there's going to be an interest rate. That's much higher. It actually wasn't $40 billion loan. I think it was more like 28 billion. He put up like 13 billion himself, and then there was a couple other from different sources. But Atrioc, I have a question. What does it mean that Twitter is now private? Aren't all companies private? No. Most companies that you and I use are public companies. Microsoft, McDonald's, Apple, Google, Facebook, American Airlines. They're all public companies. And what that means is you can buy a share of it. You can be an owner of it. And in fact, they're owned by a vast majority, millions of people have all pieces of it. The major private company you probably know is Valve, which is completely private, owned by Gabe Newell. Yeah, so public company is owned by a variety of people, and it's controlled by the board of directors, which are appointed by the shareholders. So all the companies that you know and love, if you had a big enough amount of money, you could buy enough of a stake in the company to have a voice and vote. But Elon completely owns Twitter now. Has complete 100% full stop saying what happens at it. Can a private company give shares to employees? Yes. But when we get into this, I'm less confident in what I'm saying, to be honest. I know that they can. There are many ways for private companies to have like shares and liquidity events and all that. But there's like a limit to the amount of shareholders they can have. There's a lot of rules on it that make it harder to understand. And I've never done it personally. I've never been in a private company that did this, so I don't know enough. I guess I was actually at Twitch. Yeah, Twitch was a private company until it got acquired by Amazon. But there was no way for me to cash out my Twitch shares, so I don't know how it worked until it got acquired. So I don't know. Yeah, the real problem with private shares, they're just hard to sell. They're hard to find a market for. So it's hard. Like public shares, you can just sell on the stock exchange and it's easy. But private shares, like you need like to be acquired or something. But Elon Musk is not going to get acquired, so I don't know. I don't really know what the event is that they can sell for. How do they make their money? I don't get it. I'll look more into it. If Tesla stocks tanks, could that have a legitimate impact on the economy? Yes. Yes. Tesla stock is like the last of the, I don't know, like meme stocks. The tech high growth stocks that were like overvalued in 2021, that is still holding. It is still treading water. It's still down like 17% year to date. But that's not that much compared to like Netflix and everyone else. Everyone else is down a lot more from 2021 highs. And Tesla's been holding. And if Tesla were to go down, like start seriously sliding, it would be a real harbinger of doom for a bunch of other stocks that would like follow suit. It's a real shaky time right now as interest rates start to rise. And a lot of things that worked as investments in 2021 are looking bad now. So we'll see. Tesla is the stock to watch closely. If it goes down, it sells a lot more than just about Tesla. What's year to date? That means the year until now. That means April 25th. It's the first 4 months of January. That's what year to date means. So far in 2022 is what it means. Do you think Twitter goes public again in the future when Elon gets bored? Not that when he gets bored. I think Twitter could go public in the future when Elon realizes he wants fucking the money back. That it's a money pit. I think Elon has purchased for a very large amount of money a massive money pit. And he bought it worse with debt guaranteed against fickle Tesla shares. And so I think the only way for him to cash out of that and get some of his money back would be for Twitter to go public again. Which I think is a real possibility. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll talk about EE in a second. I know EE admitted he cheated. I think that's interesting, and I'd love to see it. I just wanted to answer more questions about Twitter before we move on. Does making it public again make the freedom of speech? Listen, freedom of speech is just a word everyone's going to use to defend their side, no matter what it is. The point is, we have to see what it means for him. We're going to see. Everyone has a different opinion on what freedom of speech is, whether that means, freedom from hate speech, whatever. It's all going to be different, right? And so we're going to see how he enacts it and what that actually means in practice and how that changes or improves or worsens Twitter. That's what we have to watch and see. We don't know yet. But it's all their choice. It has nothing to do with freedom of speech like as guaranteed under American law. It's a company. It's a company that has their own choices, their own moderation choices. And so however he handles it is not going to be required to abide by anyone's rules but his own. And if it goes public again, then yes, investors will have a choice in changing the leadership. But as long as he's CEO, he can make the choice. So when people said Twitter's a private company, it can censor what they want, is that not true? No, it's true. Public and private get used in a lot of weird ways. But Twitter is a company that is not owned by the government. And so has had the ability to moderate however they want this whole time. Whether or not it's public or private in terms of financial markets, that's not mattered. But now, the thing is before, like if enough shareholders didn't like how Twitter was moderating, they could vote and change the leadership and change it. Now, Elon Musk has the final say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks when he makes a moderation decision. Nobody can influence him to change it. The only person that could be advertisers because they'll lose money. I have a question. Is the threat of a stock snowball... Wait, sorry, what? Does Twitter sell info like Facebook? People don't talk about it. Listen, selling info is a funny concept. Facebook tracks almost everything about your life and then uses that data to target you for advertisers. So Facebook knows every possible thing it can about you. And then if I'm an advertiser and I want to advertise on Facebook, I can target like as specific as I want, right? So I can find like, if I'm looking for 28-year-old guys who just went through a breakup, who live in this region, something like that, right? Whatever you want, or who love cats or whatever. If you want to find like any fucking target, and then you can hit them with targeted ads. So let's say you know that people that are vulnerable after a breakup are like great targets for purchasing stupid, I don't know, whatever you're stupid, a vape. If I'm selling vapes and I know that you going through a breakup are going to buy my vapes more likely, then I can target you for that. That's the idea. The idea is that like Facebook has extremely deep targeting. No, it's not. They don't have actually a breakup slider or whatever, but they have a lot. They know a lot about you, and you can target based on that when you purchase. Twitter could be doing that and doesn't, not because of any moral reason, but because their ad product sucks ass. Using Twitter as a marketer is so annoying because they have no information on anything. You can't target at all, and they give you almost no data. They're just fucking bad. They're just bad and lazy, and they have almost nothing to go off of. So you basically can buy like more likes. You have nothing. The ad tracking is terrible. Google ad tracking is insanely detailed. Facebook's insanely detailed. Twitter is crap. And so that's one thing they could already get better at and fix because advertisers don't want to use it because they don't get enough data back. We could pretty much only do age and gender. Yeah, exactly. I've used ad targeting on Twitter, and you can pretty much only do age and gender, and it's still pretty whack. And there's so many bot accounts too. If Twitter goes public again, can a board decide to change Elon's rules? Yes, 100%. If Twitter goes public again, then there will be a board of directors appointed by the shareholders. The shareholders will be decided by who buys the most shares, and they will decide the new rules. He might be a large shareholder if it goes public, but we'll see. Like in Tesla, he is a large shareholder, but he's not the only shareholder. You know what I'm saying? Other people vote in Tesla. Trump said he won't come back. He'll come back. Trump is only saying he won't come back right now because Truth Social stock is tanking in response to this. He's trying to stop it from sliding. He's trying to offload his Truth Social shares and investment, and then he'll probably come back to Twitter. As interest rates rise, how long until stocks do too? So as interest rates rise, stocks generally go down. Like high growth stocks that have been dominating 2021, they're having a real shaky start to the year, and everyone thinks like it's because this company sucked or this company sucked, and it's not that. It's like they were all overvalued because interest rates were really low, and now interest rates are going high, and they're all tanking at once. It's not like they all suddenly got bad, you know. So that's what's been happening. What was the book about China and Hollywood? It's called Red Carpet. Clever, right? Red Carpet, and the red is the Chinese flag. It's going to be a Marketing Monday this, so don't read it because reading's cringe. I'll read it, and then I'll put a video up. That is going to be a Marketing Monday in like 2 weeks, hopefully. I am like 3/4 of the way through the book. I've been reading it kind of slowly, but it's very good. And I think it's going to be a dope Marketing Monday. Hey, Atrioc, is there a reason that Twitter wouldn't want to go to 4chan level regulation? Is that what you said? Wait, what? Say it again. Is there a reason that Twitter wouldn't degrade to 4chan level with no regulation? Oh, no, it entirely depends on what they moderate. It entirely depends on how and what they moderate. If they go completely open, no moderation, or like only illegal stuff is moderated, everything else is fair game, total free speech, then it's probably going to get 4chan level. But there's ideas, right? They could make it more bubbly. Twitter's already kind of an echo chamber, but they could find a way to literally make it like siphoned off. Like if you are a Dream Twitter user, if you're part of Dream Twitter, you're just going to only see that shit. You're not going to see anything else. They could literally, make it pure algorithm to what you like. Yeah, Reddit style, where it's like there's a bunch of weird shit on Reddit, but there's all subreddit based. They might find a way to do that. They might be able to bubble it off. So you go on Twitter and you just see exactly what you want to see. It's possible. It's not even a bad idea, but it's hard to do in practice. We'll see. Is this the biggest company acquisition in history? No, not even close. No. I don't think it's even as big as the Blizzard one, right? Wasn't the Blizzard one bigger? And that was this year. That was 68 billion. Yeah. That was about 20 billion more. Biggest by one person? Is it? It's possible. It is. It is the biggest acquisition financing ever put forward for one person. Yeah, that's wild. That's an absurd amount of wealth, though, when you think about it. That's crazy. So yeah, again, and it's interesting to me because I think Twitter does need a change, and I have found Elon Musk to be, while weird, has done a good job with Tesla. Tesla as a company is a good company. Like the cars are good and it keeps growing. So as an investor, like it kind of makes sense, but just the amount of debt makes it weird. And I don't like the idea of someone who's the richest man in the world also buying media. You know, that's just very 1920s. The cars are good. Yeah, the cars are good. Connery's pants drove me around in Tesla. It was nice. I know all the super fucking high octane car heads are like, well, actually, the rivets are fucking terrible. Actually, there's so much shoddiness on the door jamb, and it's like, okay, but you know, like the cars are nice. Like they're clearly nice. People like them. People like the brand. I don't have one. I have the best car ever made, the Honda Fit. Okay, that's what I have, obviously. And when Honda becomes the first $1 trillion company, the first $5 trillion company, takes over the world, after my deep investment in Honda. But I'm just saying, I you know, it's impressive that a company that in a low margin business like making cars has been growing profitability every single quarter. They had a blowout last quarter. I think it's weird the board of Twitter would let the company be saddled with debt. The board of Twitter is not going to be there with the debt. The board of Twitter is going to be gone. He's buying the company. So it's his debt. It's his debt on his company. The shareholders don't have to worry about it. Like, I am a shareholder of Twitter. The debt will not fall on me because he's buying me out. He's buying all my shares. The debt's only a problem because it still has to make money. It's still paying employees. It's still a company. And if it has to make these interest payments and it's already losing money, he has to grow the amount of money it makes a lot, or he's going to be bleeding cash. And then to pay that cash, he'll have to sell Tesla shares, which would reduce his ownership of Tesla and, you know, yada, yada, yada. So who did he buy it from? Is there an owner that gets $45 billion? He is buying all of the shares. So there's millions of Twitter shares out there that everyone owns. I mean, not everyone, but a lot of people own a little piece of. I have 800 Twitter shares. You could buy some right now. Millions of people have bought a little bit of Twitter. He's buying all of them. He is buying every Twitter share for $54 a share. That's what's happening. Name every person. No, they're getting. Listen, I think I am glad. I actually feel super stoked that people feel comfortable asking what might seem like simple questions in here. I actually really like that. I think one of the best parts of this stream is getting people who would normally be either intimidated or uninterested in business, marketing, finance, this whole world, to actually get past all of the relatively simple hurdles people throw up to make it seem complicated. There's a lot of shit a lot of acronyms, a lot of basic stuff that is like obfuscated by the financial world to make all this stuff seem complicated or not understandable, to make their jobs seem more important. And they're not. It's all pretty simple when you boil it down. And so that's one of the biggest goals of my stream, is to make that stuff more understandable to people that might be interested. And then they ask these questions, they learn more, they get better, yada, yada, yada. They can participate in the world. They don't feel like it's like some other thing. It's huge. And it also makes it easier to understand when you're getting scammed. I think when you start to get some of this basic financial and business literacy, you start to see how obvious many scams are. And it helps. So again, this is all positive. This is all pro for me. I'm happy about it. This is one of the best parts of my stream, actually. Let me blow my nose real quick. So if you buy a share at $51, isn't it auto money? Yes. The shares are all being bought at $54. I don't know who would sell you that share. I don't think you can still trade Twitter stock. Can you? I don't think you can. I think it's over. The deal's done. If you bought at $51, yes, you could have. If you could buy right now for $51, you would make $3. That's correct. Buy up a truckload. But who would sell that to you because they're going to make $54 tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? A trade only works if someone was willing to sell it to you. Why would I sell you my share for $51 if Elon's going to pay $54? Can you refuse to sell? No, it's a vote. I mean, the board decides, actually. With my shares, the only thing I can do is vote on the board of directors, and the board decides what the company does. The board has decided to accept Elon's offer, so it's done. I don't have a choice. My shares are getting sold. I can't refuse. If I wanted to refuse, I should have voted for different board of directors, whatever. But my 800 shares is not a lot. I have no voting power. But someone who has millions of shares could have done that, I guess. Wait, so I could buy right now for money? Yeah, but you can't buy right now because no one will sell to you. But if you could buy right now for $51, you'd make free money. But no one will sell it to you because they're going to make free money tomorrow. You're going to make $43K? Yeah, but I bought it for $35 to $42. So, yes, I will get a cash out of $43,000, Pog Champ, but I bought it for like $35,000, right? So, or whatever, like 32. So I will make probably 8 to 10K profit, which is awesome. That's awesome. Thanks, Elon Musk. Elon Musk made me about $8,000 to $10,000, and it was about to lose me money. Twitter was sinking below what I paid for it, so I was losing money. And instead, I made $8,000 to $10,000 because Elon Musk jumped in and decided he wanted to fucking, I don't know, own his haters. He wanted to call more divers pedos. I don't know. I don't know why he did it 100%, but it's a passion project, and he's made me money, so I'm happy for it. Now, come tax season next year, I'll have to pay like half of that, probably, around half. So really, I made like $4,000, which is cool. There's that $4,000 is a lot of money, but it's not like my life is not changing dramatically. I'm more concerned why you spent $30K on Twitter stock. I'll tell you exactly why. I bought $30,000 roughly of Twitter stock when I first heard about Dream Twitter. I took like, this is not a joke. I spent $30,000 because of Dream Twitter. I started looking through some of Dream Twitter, and I was like, damn, these kids are fucking passionate. And then I started to see because like that was when I first started to see all of the different creator Twitters and like the BTS, all the different like hyper fan groups that were incredibly active on Twitter. And I was like, damn, this could be a real growing market. And it's like one of the best ways for Twitter to finally get more youth on the platform instead of just like journalists and media types and CEOs, you know, like get a bunch of active youth who want to use it every day. And so I thought, you know, this could be big. And I see it before other people see it. I like to invest when I feel like I'm seeing something first or early before like old money sees it. And so that's what I thought. I don't think I was particularly right. It turns out it's not that many people, and they don't spend money, and they haven't done a good job advertising to them anyway. Like the company's still badly run, so they haven't taken advantage of it. I don't think I was particularly right, but I bought at that money and I made profit, so it's worth it for me. You can't tell if this is a bit. No, this is literally true. This is 100% fact. That's why I spent the money on the Twitter shares. That was my investing thesis. And it worked. Maybe I was wrong, but I made money. So Dream made me some money. Thank you, Dream. Dream and Elon Musk. Dream and Elon Musk, dude. Holy fuck. What have I become? What have I become? Oh, God. Sorry, what Fango Live? What did you say? Someone's saying it's interesting. Let's see. Fango Live. Can you maybe repost it? Pause champ. I think it's gone. Oh, here it is. Atrioc, I'm an electric vehicle journalist, and I wrote about a way Tesla screwed customers. Then Elon blocked my outlet and another writer on Twitter and banned us from events. Makes me laugh when he says he likes having critics, because I'm a perfect example. He doesn't really believe that. Yeah, it's funny because Elon Musk has talked a big game on free speech when it comes to like making fun of woke shit in movies, you know? He loves that. That's where he's fucking big on it. But whenever it comes to criticism of Tesla, he's like incredibly defensive. Specifically, when another billionaire just reached out, Bill Gates just reached out and asked him to participate in some philanthropy. And he refused because Bill Gates bet against Tesla stock. Bill Gates, by the way, has like a fucking $50 billion portfolio. And one small fraction of it was betting against Tesla. And Elon said he would not do any philanthropy with someone who bets against the best thing for climate change, which is Tesla. And then he said, if you want to make your pee-pee small, here's a picture of Bill Gates. That's not a joke. So he didn't take it well. Did he delete it? Wait, did he actually delete it? There's no way he deleted it. Where is it? Yeah, as we said. I cannot take your philanthropy on climate change seriously when you have a massive short position against Tesla, the company doing the most of climate change. Yeah, Bill Gates asked him. SpaceX are very impressive. Asked him about philanthropy, and he got extra pissed because he had a critic. Oh, here's the tweet. And then he tweeted, in case you need to lose a boner fast. And then he called Bill Gates pregnant, I guess. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. That's wild. So anyway, he's not very happy if you have anything against Tesla. And financially it makes sense. It's like if all your money was in Dogecoin and someone was like saying that Dogecoin was a scam. You would be angry at that person. Like when people in my chat are angry at me, especially back in the day when I said that I think that AMC stock is not a good long-term investment. They got really mad at me and they called me like fucking incredibly biased. And it's like, no, I just don't trust it. And it's like, if your finances depend on it, and Elon Musk's finances due to everything in his life is guaranteed against Tesla stock. And if Tesla stock goes down, it's really, really bad. It's really bad for everything he's got built up. It's all built on the bedrock of Tesla being high. And if Tesla goes down, it's going to be a real problem. So he obviously is very, very interested, self-serving in that, maintaining that way. How can you make Enron hats? Isn't it trademarked? I have a great legal team of Aiden. Okay? He He challenges the other lawyer to a Sheik ditto and then chain grabs them if they try to disagree. No, Enron is completely out of business. The trademark is owned by a random holding company, probably in New Jersey with no employees, that no one cares or checks up on. So, yes, eventually, if someone got the fucking nerve up to stop me from selling 1,000 hats or whatever, they could do that. But we're going to fight him tooth and nail with Aiden's Sheik. And eventually, I'm going to upgrade my legal representation and get J-Mook. And then no one will fucking stop me. Okay, that was my discussion. It's almost 11. I might be done for the day. That was a fun Marketing Monday, though. I'll tell you that. Interesting stuff. Definitely the world has not been boring for business. I had a different Marketing Monday for today, but I pivoted last second because I wanted to be early to this Twitter stuff. I am doing another Marketing Monday on Netflix's Crash and the Streaming Wars 2.0. And guess what? I'm not going to promise it because I don't want to promise because I'll probably lie. But I am seriously trying to do 2 Marketing Mondays this week. Like another one on Wednesday or Thursday. Because I want to do this fast. I think the longer I wait, the less relevant it is. So I am going to try and do another one. And it should be a good one, I think. And then we can go back to the... I might skip next week if I do 2 this week, but whatever. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks everybody for stopping in. It was really fun. Was there anything else I wanted to do or talk about? Oh, EE. Let's check EE's shit. Let's check EE. He admitted he cheated.
Yo, I see all the comments and stuff like that after the OTK thing. And I'm gonna keep it a stack because I wasn't home, so I was kind of thinking about it. And I just got done talking to OTK guys. And real talk, I was a little salty. The fact, if you watch the show, you know the question about the river got redacted for everybody who got it wrong. I was not one of the people who got it wrong. And on top of that, I was a little like miffed that I got the rotation around the sun wrong because I like tried the big brain and misunderstood the question. So down the stretch there, yeah, you know what? I did succumb to a little bit of temptation. I guess my homie knew, like, you know, realized I'm struggling right there, especially like Emily, she's got like at math. And I did get the answer sent to me. I looked over and I saw the prompt and I was like, well, shit, I think my math is wrong anyway. It ended up being wrong. So I just wrote down the right answer. You know, I apologize. It was one of those things where you're just like kind of so close to the end. You know, you've done a pretty good job. You just kind of like succumb. I admit it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry about that. I wanted to obviously talk to the OTK people and stuff like that before I just started replying to a whole bunch of people, which, you know, you just can't really do. It's Twitter, so everybody's going to have their opinion. But at the end of the day, I'd rather have like kind of like a clean conscience about this. It wasn't like just some random game show, right? We're playing for a lot of money, so, you know, just got to keep hustling and get it some other way. But Emily, my bad. I appreciate you being mad cool, OTK. You the homies, you already know that. And everybody else, hey, man, like I said, I'm human. I made a mistake. I'm owning up to it. Hope y'all can accept my apology. Keep it pushing.
I love EE. Hey, good looking. Good looking. I'm glad we resolved it. Money goes to Emily. I hope everyone can chill. I hope you guys understand that, like, in a situation where you're dealing with a life-changing amount of money in a game show that has not really been serious about cheating, and you're right at the end, you know, maybe you guys are all moral arbiters and you never done anything like that, but I can see it. I don't think it's that crazy. And so, knowing E as I do, I think he's a really good guy. I think he's done a lot. He's done a lot of, like, unpaid work for the Smash scene. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot of work that he didn't get paid nearly enough or not enough or none at all. So, I don't know. I think it would be a shame to fucking permanently vilify him over this kind of goofy game show So, I think it was a solid apology. And it got resolved within a day. So, you know, also, I like the fact that, I don't want to call anybody out, but we guys know there was some previous cheaters on Schooled who had similar evidence against them who didn't admit it and openly kept doubling down that they didn't cheat. And I found that to be a little more disingenuous. So, all right. So anyway, I'm done. I don't want to talk about this too much more. I support E, ride or die, and I hope I hope he still gets invited on the shit. You know, I hope people don't, because he was funny on the show, clearly, in those clips we saw. And he's a funny guest, and I hope they keep inviting him. That's it. I very much doubt he'll do anything like this again, just because of the fucking backlash. Okay. Hey, guys, I have to go. I got work tomorrow, and I think I got to get ready. If there's anything else you want to ask or talk about, I got about 5 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a good Marketing Monday. I enjoyed it. Wins and fails was good. Elon Musk was good. Elden Ring tomorrow? Maybe. Yeah, I definitely want to play Elden Ring this week for sure. I actually want to do more of these 1 hour pure progress things. I think having the timer was the best thing that happened to me making progress. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did a 1 hour Elden Ring stream with a timer on screen to see how much I could get done in 1 hour. And I got more done in that hour than 3 weeks before that. Because I get distracted so easy. The game is so full of, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, and I never have a goal, and I just wander and wander and wander. And that's a really fun way to play, but it'd also be good to now and then do some more progress streams because it helps. Oh, let me thank some subs. Oh, my God. That's what I'll do right now. Ludwig, thank you for the 30 months. Bad take Brian at it again. Ludwig hates EE for a lot of reasons that we won't talk about, but especially not in February is all I'll say. Time, thank you for the 6 months. Yes, hi, am Owo, thank you for the prime. One Mason, thank you for the 8 months. Point taken, thank you for the 12 months. McLace, thank you for the McLace, yeah, thank you for the 5 months. Dirty Apples, thank you for the 2 months. Bryzo, thank you for the 4 months. Ether, thank you for the prime. Yappa, BF, thank you for the prime. Long Seasons, Yodi's Unicorn, Dajum, All Capital, Cryoluminescent. Smeep Beep, thank you for the gifted. Walk T, thank you for the prime. Momoki, thank you for the 6 months. How many Twitch primes until I'm majority share of the stream? You guys, I am announcing that I'm taking my stream private, okay? At $6 a prime. So every prime you give right now will earn you $6 in profit. Holy shit. It's instant money. Mob Chops, thank you for the prime. Space Monkey, thank you for the prime. Oh, 21 months, I'm sorry. Mullen, thank you for the prime. Wow, you guys are all part owners of the stream. Is 10K subs Paper Mario still on? Yeah, if I get 10K subs, I'll play Paper Mario, but I'm very far. Blame, thank you for the 2 months. Crimson Cow, thank you for the 11. DB, thank you for the prime. Creature Heart, thank you for the prime. Digglywick, thank you for the 8 months. Is Germa playing Inscription? Oh, I hate to raid someone back to back, especially if they're big, because it feels weird. But I do love Inscription. Is he at the beginning? Okay, yeah, go raid him. Hey, just raid him and just let him know that I really love this game. So that's why I did it. I'm not trying to be like a fucking overrating Andy, because I don't know German that well. It can be off-putting. I don't know. I'm not trying to get a shout out. Or say nothing. I don't care. I hope he enjoys, though. Good game of fucking rules. All right. Give him some love. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.